Hey, what's up, church? You probably heard of the story in your Sunday school class of the widow and the rich man. But I'll tell you what, the interpretation which we hear, that is, give just like how the widow gave, that she trusted God even with the little that she had. I'm not going to lie, that happens to be one of the most dishonest interpretations of this story that I have ever seen. This is in Mark chapter 12. The context is right before the story. Where of the teachers of the law? Watch out for these guys. They have the best clothes. They have all the respect. They have the best seats in the house. They have all of the honor. Yet, look at this. They devour the house of the widows. That means they're even taking money from the poor. And immediately after this statement, I don't know why, but the Bible scholars, I don't know who divided this up, but they intentionally divided it up to the point where all of a sudden it's like different subsections. The next section begins. He sits down opposite of where all these offerings are, and there's a bunch of crowds, and they're putting money in. Now, it says there was many rich people, not one, many rich people are putting their tithes and their offerings in, and then this widow comes with 2 pennies, and she places it in the offering basket. And Jesus is like, do you see the problem here? There's people that are millionaires in the church and they should be helping, yet there are women that cannot take care of themselves. There are in fact, if you look through the Old Testament, this is the helpless 3. They say take care of the foreigner, the orphans, and the widows. And we see a widow here putting in money. He said she put in everything, all that she had to live on. And for some reason, our Bible teachers are saying, even if you're poor, go give your money to the church. But the thing is, we know the premise. The premise is these guys are well off, that these guys are doing good. And somehow, I don't know who the guys are that decided to divide the section up into the next chapter, because people usually stop after reading a chapter. But immediately after the story, Jesus gets up upset. He walks outside of the temple. This is Mark chapter 13 now. And it says, as Jesus was leaving the temple, one of his disciples comes up to him and he's really excited. He's like, this is really bad timing. He's like, wow, look, teacher, look at all of these massive stones. What crazy buildings these are. And Jesus is like, do you see all these great buildings? He's like, do you see all these great buildings? Replied Jesus. He's like, yeah, I see it. He's like, not one stone is going to be left on top of another. Everything's going to be thrown down. The thing is, in fact, Jesus is so upset with this entire scenario. He's like, there shouldn't be people here that are hungry, that are starving, that can't take care of themselves. They're putting an offering because the teachers of the law are convincing them that if they trust God enough, even with their small wealth, don't get me wrong, there are times where God asks us to trust him. But the thing is, they tend to use it for manipulation. If you go to a church and it's ginormous, but there are people that could hardly pay their bills, that are homeless, that are hungry, there's a problem here. And Jesus saw that problem. And in fact, this temple was destroyed in 70 AD, as Jesus had said. Hopefully this Bible context gives you more knowledge. Awesome. See you guys in the next video.